my project uses MATLAB to detect a circle and track that circle real time. So I detect this circle here, which is taped to a hex bug for random movements, and I will kind of go through my code and what each part does. So this part here, it uses the webcam function to detect the webcam I'm using, and then sets that resolution to 320 by 240, and then ups the brightness to max brightness. I'll kind of explain that in a little bit. And the preview function shows what the video cam sees. These ones aren't needed too much right now, just kind of was testing things. This takes like a screenshot of what the camera sees at any instant, and then this does the same thing, but turns that screenshot gray. And if I run this section, the camera's not seeing much yet, but that is what the webcam sees now, and it is, on. This program works by finding circles within like a range of radiuses. So this code here will tell you the diameter in pixels of the circle you want to detect. So I'll go ahead and take these off. And if we run this and expand this, I can use this tool here. Give me a rough estimate of diameter. We can close this and it prints that out down here. So what I like to do is copy that diameter and put it right in here. That way I can use it for future reference. And now I'm done with this bit. I can put it back. The next step is how I figured out how to find the centers and give them an X and Y coordinate value of the circle. So this one kind of uses that screenshot that I talked earlier, the gray screenshot image, and then we'll find a circle with a set radius. This is the low radius, this is the high radius, and we use something that this diameter is in. So for a diameter of 33, I can keep that the same. Yeah, that will work well. And then this is kind of important to have a good sensitivity, a high sensitivity, and this code right here is the one that finds circles. So if I get rid of this, I'll kind of show you what it does. So let's run it. And right there, it's kind of hard to tell, but it found the circle, kind of put a red ring around it, and then that is the center point with the XY coordinates. So that was super helpful and took a long time to figure out. And we can kind of move it too. So if I go here to my setup, let's move this little guy over here and run the same thing again. So if I run it again, there now, it is over here. It outlines it in red by using this right here. So the two outputs from this line, these two lines, gives you the centers, an X and Y, and then gives you the radii. So this I found gives the best kind of outline of the circle if I put it right here on the plot, multiplying the radii by 3/2 or 1.5. So now I left that in there to show kind of how the code works. If I comment that out, this is the actual code that tracks. So let me uncomment this. It's a while loop, so it does everything we did up here in the while loop. It takes a snapshot, finds where the circle is, finds the x and y values, and then sets these x and y values into kind of a plot handle that I established up here. This right here is the size of the aquarium I'm using. It just kind of makes the animation look a little more clear, but it works without that. And this axis is important. If you notice, this is the resolution of the camera, so this allows me to accurately plot where the thing is at all given times. So it's important to check your radiuses here from the diameter we found earlier. So I'm going to use 12 and 18 like I did up there. And let's turn this on. So I turn this on, you can see I can't control where it goes, which is an important part. Sometimes it gets stuck. I can't control where it goes. So if I look at that, and let's run this, there we go. And you can kind of see side by side how it's behaving. Sometimes it picks up reflections as a circle, but for the most part, it does pretty good. I'd say the lighting is kind of hard to manage with this, and it works better if you adjust the radiuses and the brightness of the camera, but as you can see, it works pretty well. So yeah, that's my code. Mine's the mess of my desk, but this is kind of a better showcase of how well it works. You can see what the camera sees right here, and then you can see what the animation plot is doing, and it's pretty fast. So that's my project. It will work with any webcam as long as it knows which webcam to use, and that includes laptop cameras. And it just takes minor adjustments for the radius of the circle that you want to detect, and adjusting the sensitivity and the brightness of the camera depending on the lighting and background of where you're trying to test it. And I think the only thing that you need to download for this is the webcam extension for MATLAB, which I've linked on the code, and the code will be linked in the description. So thank you.